What's up, buddy? What's up, huh? Bruce Wayne isn't feeling so good today, guys. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. And so I'm gonna take you guys along with me on Bruce Wayne's vet visit. It doesn't matter how sick this dog is, he will want to play with you. He will wanna play all the time, and he gets extra aggressive when he plays. Oh, don't headbutt me. Don't headbutt me to play. Yes. Oh, buddy. Come on, come on. So everyone's probably like, why are you letting the dog play right now if he's sick? I'm just trying to let him get rid of a little bit of energy before I bring him. I have to bring him in like 15.
4:40 p.m.
My reminder, because my brain doesn't work half the time, I gotta bring the dog to the vet in 5 minutes. So I figured, Jesus, his paws are nasty. They are just ripping me apart. So what I'm gonna do is, Bruce, come here, let's go. Good boy. Up. Sit. Good boy. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, hopefully the vet will let me film in there. I will just discuss with them what's going on, that type of thing, and kind of just give you guys signs of you may need to bring your dog to the vet. Bruce Wayne's my baby. We all know that. I don't take any chances. I am so in tune with her personality, and he's so in tune with mine. It's just not worth, because we have pet insurance and it covers 80%. It's just not worth me not taking him. He hasn't been in forever to the vet, so hey, they'll give him a little checkup. It'll just reassure me that nothing's wrong. It could just be too hot out. It could be him just feeding off my energy, because as I discussed in the video that was supposed to be up yesterday, but my computer broke, so Bruce Wayne, can you believe they still haven't fixed my computer? So it's like all I had to do was render out the video. It was all done. Just render it out, do a thumbnail, post it, but no, my computer broke. So having to use a laptop to do this one. What I'm getting at is dogs read off our energy, right? I have had some health issues, as you guys know, and I go into detail in that video, so I'm not going to here. Check it out. I actually have a diagnosis after years and 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 years. Yeah, it's been like 12 years, and I think it was 12. So he could just be feeding off my energy because of how I've been feeling emotionally and physically. That could be part of it. And I'm not too sure, and I just don't want to take any chances. If there is something go on, let's get it right off the bat. If he's got a bug of some sort, it's good to know, because I bring him to doggy daycare Thursday. It's gonna rain, he wants to play. And you know what, maybe I'll bring his like rope toy with him to the vet. He does good there, he does very good there. But the thing with Bruce Wayne is, if he's not feeling good, he will let you know it. He doesn't like people if he doesn't feel good. He's not the friendliest to him. All right, let's take you to the vet, big boy. I literally told Bruce to stay, and then went in the house, took a pee, grabbed some water, did some other things, and he's still sitting here. All right, Bruce, up. Good boy. You guys gotta love an obedient dog. Yeah, bro, how's that ride? Bruce Wayne literally watches where we drive. I swear he's detailing, in case I leave him, how to get back home. It's insane. But before we head in there, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, ring my ding-a-ling so you miss any of the newest videos on Cane Corsos or Bruce Wayne. And if you guys are interested in training programs, check the links down below. How you just saw how Bruce was like so obedient, staying, coming, and just really listening to me. We have that bond. Bro, we got that bond. You know me, I know you. And that was done through lots of training. Check out the courses down below. There's a canine boot camp, there's a puppy training course, there's a raw diet course, there's the ultimate Cane Corso bundle, which is all 3 courses plus 1 on Cane Corsos. Look it. Now you guys really have to get those courses for me and Bruce and subscribe, because it's pouring out now. If I wouldn't have just spent time doing that spiel, I wouldn't be wet. Now I gotta get wet. You know what, no? His collar and leash is in the very back, and no, screw that. Bro, we're doing this different. I am not standing outside putting this on you. I'm climbing back here with you, bro. We got the Fenrir lead and collar. These things are so nice. Look, it's got a handle, so you can pick up your dog and carry him. Dude, you're making gains? That's too small on you now. It's still too tight on you. Bruce's neck is the size of an elephant's leg. It's insane. And you can feel it when he plays tug-of-war. When he whips, it's like there's a lot of power and strength up in this mass. You ain't just all good looks, are you, bro? No, you're good looks and strength. Extra one, but I'm gonna use the camo leash. Look at these guys. Look at this, is awesome. I'll have a link in the description if you guys are interested in these. There's a big boy. 151.6. He hasn't eaten in 24 hours. The reason I'm bringing him here is because he's been acting weird. I don't know, like I explained, if it's been because of my energy or not. Bruce Wayne has been extra protective. And that's where I'm not sure if it comes from my energy because of how I've been feeling and the news I got, or if it's because he truly doesn't feel good. Because when he doesn't feel good, he gets more protective. He's been separating himself today from me. He's been basically just going in my office and sleeping in the dark, and I'm not in my office because my computer's broke. I'm actually in my wife's office using a laptop, and he's just been keeping to himself literally the entire day. You can hear him panting right now. He'd probably be panting anyways because we're at the vet. He's a little bit nervous. He's not like insanely nervous, but you know, he doesn't like it too much. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Bruce, come here. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Say hi. It's okay. There you go. So the vets here are wonderful for Bruce, and the vets love Bruce. Like, they love him so much. They're so wonderful here. And I have Bruce just staying there right now. He just got some blood work done. And we're going to just run labs for Lyme and just an overall blood panel. You know, he's on a raw diet. I like to see where his labs are to make sure there's nothing out of whack. And basically the diagnosis right now is, before we get the lab work done, is I think he's got a bellyache. That's it. Bruce, you got a bellyache? He's a big baby, so. Bruce, come here. Bruce, sit. Good boy, Bruce Wayne. And because he's comfortable in his environment, he will just lay down. Typically, if a dog's not comfortable, they're not going to lay down in a public place like this. So, although he is nervous, 100% he's nervous. Who likes the vet? Who likes getting stabbed with needles? He does good. He did bark at the people, though. He's a little bit more protective. You have a bellyache, bro? Which I've kind of suspected for the past, like, week. He's just been a little off. The dog doesn't work with people. You work with the dog. I'm trying to tell her how we got to do the camera setup. She's like, the dog's not letting me in the camera. I'm like, you work with the dog because he's the star. You are not the star of this channel. It's this guy. I'm fine with that. I'm just the host. I'm just bringing you guys things.
We'll be over here kissing.
This is the star right there. Look at that. His head is like twice as big as your melon.
I know. My head looks extra small because of my bun.
That's why I like your small hands. They make things look bigger.
There's a tip for all you gents out there.
So verdict right now, until I get blood work done. So I had them run a blood panel just to see his lab work. He's on a raw diet, so it's good to see those numbers, his kidney numbers and stuff. He eats just straight raw meat, so it's always good to randomly check those numbers, guys. Make sure there's nothing going on. They're running a test for Lyme disease. Oh, look at that.
Like father, like son?
Yeah. I find out he's gonna call us back in 2 days. Yeah, dude, you're welcome. I don't know why you're kissing me. I don't know why I deserve that love, but I appreciate it.
That, Dad.
Yeah. So in a couple days, I'm gonna have the results back. I'll look at those. But I'm sure everything's fine. Ultimately, they think Bruce Wayne, because when they were feeling his belly, he tensed up and his belly felt a little tight. They think he's got a bellyache, which I've been saying for a week. I think his stomach's off. Have a stomach bug. He could have got into something. He hasn't been throwing up. He's been taking his poos. He took a solid poop today, by the way.
Okay,
nice big one long solid turd.
Noted. Same did I. High five.
You guys, any raw feeders out there? Are you obsessed about looking at your dog's poop like we are? Because I'm always going to check his poop, or I'm always staring at the window. I'm like, Kara, how was his poop?
Right.
It was solid. Good. Then we got enough bone going on.
Right.
It was soft. We got to add more bone or take out some organ meat. Yes, you got to assess that poop, guys. You got to assess it.
You got to get your hands in it.
you got to get your mouth in it. Neither
Bruce kisses me when you say that.
Neither one of those are true. So don't put your hand in your mouth in your dog's poop. And I'm gonna fast Bruce tonight. Actually, not completely fast him. He didn't eat this morning. He turned away from his food. They gave me a medicine for nausea, which should shut off the what it does is it shuts off the brain's receptor to puke. So if he pukes, he definitely has to go back because that means he's got an obstruction. So it's kind of good. So I'm gonna give him that. I'm actually gonna cook him like half a bag of jasmine rice. This guy loves jasmine rice. He doesn't get it a lot, but we do give it to him every now and then. Almost like a treat, or if he's extra hungry, I'll give it to him. Or if his stomach is upset, like last week, his stomach was upset, and what I say, I'm like, let's give him some rice, and it made his stomach feel better. It's kind of like eating crackers.
Yep.
Your grandmother's like,
toast.
Have some crackers, have some toast, have some ginger ale. Unfortunately, this dude can't drink ginger ale, so he's sticking to white rice, jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is good. Feel that hot breath? Why is dog's breath so hot? Is my breath hot?
It's neutral.
See, I got neutral breath. Dude, your breath's disgusting, and I can't even smell. It just feels disgusting.
It's not that bad. He doesn't have stinky breath.
He doesn't have stinky breath because he's on a raw diet.
That's important because that could be a sign of like dental issues.
Yep. And everyone always asks, what do you do for your dog's stinky breath? He doesn't have stinky breath. You heard it from the lady herself. What we do for that is simply a raw diet. It just changes everything. It literally, it's life-changing for your dog, guys. What the? You know, he's over it. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to show him my butthole.
Bruce Wayne.
Cane Corsos have gigantic buttholes. So signs that you may want to bring your dog to the vet. Figure it's a good idea because I have a horrible memory, so I'm going to forget things here. One thing is just weird. Dogs are creatures of nature. You change their habit and they do not like it. They are creatures of habit. Mm-hmm. So if your dog starts acting like this dude, starts acting a little funny, that's a sign. So for example, today I was working in here in Kara's office because my computer's dead, and Bruce Wayne plopped himself in that dark office, which is my office, and just literally slept in there all day. That's a major red flag to me because this dude is attached to my hip and he's attached to her hip.
Right.
He wants to be with us.
Yeah.
So right there, sign number one. You know what else he was doing today? He was laying, when I let him outside and then I brought him back in, and he was doing what happens is if he gets nauseous sometimes, now his jaw starts shaking, he starts drooling a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like not drool pouring out. That happens too.
Drip drops.
Drip drop. It's extra protective. And like I said early in the video, I wasn't sure if it's because of me and how I'm feeling, or if he's feeling sick, or it could be both.
It could be. I definitely think it's partially
I think it's
your
partially
energy
me.
and everything that we've had to kind of...
Which is hard. It's not like you can hide how you feel. It's like you don't want to hide how you feel in your house.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
So that's part of it too.
They're not their normal eating.
Yep, they're not their normal eating. He was panting.
Wasn't hot. We keep the house on 68.
You guys watch videos with like the sit down videos with me and Bruce, right? He's not sitting there panting the entire time unless it's super hot in the house. It's rarely hot in the house.
Right.
She hates me because I keep it 68 in here.
It's too cold. It chills me out.
68 in here because this guy. Look at this guy. He needs cool. He's brachycephalic. He's got that short little snout. Look how small that is. That's a small snout, bro. It's a small snout. And what really did it today is his skittishness. He gets extra skittish.
We call it Scooby-Doo.
He'll Scooby-Doo because it's a hardwood floor, so he'll run and nothing happens. He's just doing this.
He heard a noise and then it was like I gotta get the hell out of here. And he Scooby-Doos.
And it was noises associated with vibration on the floor because he's obviously laying on the floor. So for example, if you pull a chair and it goes, it like shakes the floor, he freaks out. I was in the basement training today, lifting like 1,000 pounds like I always do, and he was like, I just kept hearing him like scooch around every time I dropped my 1,000 pounds on the ground. 51.6, I think?
151.6.
Yes. Somebody said that I make up his weight. I show it. Well,
Why?
I don't know. People are weird. Sometimes there's some weird people on YouTube, we gotta admit.
Like you're trying to make him sound more giant than he is?
Yeah, I mean, you can see his head next to mine. The dude's large. Like, look.
Can't really make that up.
I can't really make this up. He outweighs me. He definitely outweighs her.
Yeah.
Like, man, he outweighs me by quite a bit right now.
Now he does, yeah.
Medicine made me lose weight.
Yeah. You gotta work on that.
I gotta work on that. Bruce Wayne's getting some distinguishedness in his ears.
Aww.
He's getting a little distinguished in his ears.
He's smelling your feet hard, bro. Were those the socks that you left in the fridge today?
No, they're not the socks I put in the fridge. Yes, they are the socks I put in the fridge
That's
today.
why I smell them. They smell like me.
He's
like, suspect of those socks.
He's like, why does that sock smell like my dinner? Quick story, lost my socks, found them in the fridge. I don't know how quicker that can be than a quick story.
Not sure whether to laugh or be concerned.
Another thing,
Okay.
extra guardy.
Yes, wicked guardy. And he wasn't. I'm sorry.
No,
keep
go.
going.
No,
he wasn't following instruction this morning. Like I did the LG to come out of the room, and he like stood there. I guess that goes along with skittish, but
Yep.
he was just not as responsive.
Yep. So all that, I'm like, Kara, I'm like, you make the call. If you want me to bring him to the vet, just call the vet. I have no issue bringing him. And that's why you guys need pet insurance. Because if we didn't have that right now with all the money we're spending, I would second guess that. I'd be like, let's give it a few days.
Right.
You know, the vet insurance is gonna cover 80%. So now we have the peace of mind.
Yeah.
The vet, it's gonna come to like $45 after we get reimbursed total.
Yeah.
You know, because it was a couple $100. And then it just takes that piece out. Should I bring my dog to the vet or not?
Right.
You know, it's like, because dogs go downhill quick. Like, you know that? Like, so it seems like if something's wrong with your dog, it can go south very fast.
We saw that with Winston.
Winston had his 9th birthday. 2 days later, he was dead. We brought him to the vet here because he was having like
it all transpired in like 24 hours.
24 hours, guys.
Just downhill.
The vet's like, you have to bring him to another vet, which was an hour away. He should be fine, but they need to look him over. And then he died in my arms, carrying him into the vet. Took his last breath. I'm gonna cry now.
I know, that's not, you can't talk about it and get choked up.
I can't
think about it.
I can't not talk about Winston without some tearing up a little bit.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Yes, Winston, this actually was Winston's bedroom.
Yep, it was.
He slept in his crate where it says love. Oh, look at that. He slept in the love spot. And as a puppy, that's where Bruce Wayne's crate was. And actually, this whole room was carpeted until he did some remodeling and removed it for us. Remember that? You just want to. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, you got.
I'm gonna come down here so you guys can see me.
I love you too, Mom. I'll give you kisses.
Thank you, baby.
So the vet said that Bruce Wayne is the gentlest, most loving Cane Corso they've ever met in their life. So well trained, and you know, they love him there. They love him there. They absolutely love him there.
They always give us kudos for how well trained he is, and they give us the credit because they know that's due to our training.
Yes.
So.
And I'm using a different camera, guys. I'm using Kara's little, not junky, but not baller camera. Sony ZV-1. So if things look a little bit different, it's because of using this camera. Make sure to do all the things on the way out, guys. He is like
Subscribe, ring his ding-a-ling.
Which is kind of tips ahoy out. Just a tiny tip.
Oh,
I just tapped the tip with the lens.
You did not.
I tapped the tip.
It's wet now. It's all wet on the front of the camera.
That's disgusting.
Why did you tap this tip?
I tapped the tip.
Don't tap the tip. Just ring the ding-a-ling, you guys. Don't tap the tip.
Until next time, peace.